How's it going, everybody? It's FaZe Crypto here, your favorite cryptocurrency YouTuber, and you're watching another episode of Crypto Clout. Ladies and gentlemen, I am convinced the founder of Cardano knows something that a lot of people don't know. I think the founder of Cardano has come to a similar conclusion that most of us on this channel have been discussing across various different social media platforms. We see the cryptocurrency community essentially divided when it comes to a question, and this question really ties into the greater aspects of cryptocurrency. When it comes to the question of mass adoption, this is essentially a big point. You really have to take into consideration where cryptocurrency can go directly from where it is today. And of course, with the trust in these technologies dwindling to a certain extent, but then to another, making another point, it is fickle in a large definition, because if you take into consideration the fact that, once we see institutional money coming into it now, granted, this is going to require a real immense cut down on volatility. It's going to require stability, regulations, and that's why this is such a dividing topic, because it essentially gets into the nitty-gritty stuff that nobody wants to talk about. People just want things to go to the moon, and they don't really understand how a multitude of international variables come together to produce this $251 billion market cap and all these different evaluations of these technologies that we see listed below. Now, the establishment and the way that we see society in general collaborating with the potential that's made available by cryptocurrencies, it's exciting, but also it's very intimidating to a large amount of people, and I can understand why. But I think that Cardano definitely has its head in the right place as far as a vision for the future, whereas a lot of other cryptos that I might not mention right now might essentially lose stake as things continue to move forward, when we see technologies like Cardano that are leveraging smart contracts in their favor. We are now approaching a defining moment in cryptocurrency, seeing the fact just even any green on the board is still a positive sign, in my opinion. I mean, I like seeing Bitcoin in the green. I understand this is sort of a fake rally. I would honestly say that what we're seeing happening involving Bitcoin right now probably has to do with the fact that so many people are abandoning ship when it comes to a multitude of these other technologies. So they're trying to escape, go to the one with the least amount of volatility. However, I would say that we're not completely out of the woods yet, especially with the amount of volatility that we've been seeing so far with the market cap. It's really not a very stable place in crypto at the moment, from my analysis. I mean, of course, those of us who've been involved with crypto for any amount of years, we come to basically a shared experience of, you remember back to seeing this sort of volatility all the time. Certainly people who've been involved with crypto for like the past 6 months, people who are a little bit more new to it, might not be fully adapted to seeing this sort of all over the place when it comes to these different technologies. Really got a lot of people on an emotional roller coaster ride. But of course, I'm still convinced that Cardano is making the right moves. When I look at the list of cryptos on here, I always think to myself, what are these technologies actually going to be doing in the real world that's going to be playing a real fundamental difference in not only the way that society is already structured, but where we're actually moving in the greater respect of how technology actually has this various different applications across the board in multiple different opportunities. So we take into consideration the fact that Bitcoin was essentially the introduction of cryptocurrency technology, and it's essentially established itself as a household name at this point. Nobody's going to question that. And then Ethereum, with smart contracts, essentially builds upon the platform that's available now, that we've opened Pandora's box in respect to cryptocurrencies and how things are going to be moving forward. But my question is, what technology is going to be the next one to really build upon the platform that's been created in the community, as it's been used to the different variables as they've come together? And my attention's drawn to the number 8 position, Cardano. I wonder exactly where things are going to go. Cardano really is one of those wild cards when it comes to cryptocurrency. I think that we could definitely see Cardano being at a higher ranked position than the number 8, but of course this is pending upon the events that we're going to be seeing moving over the next 6 months are really going to be crucial as we move into the year of 2019. I think that there is a lot of opportunity for some shakeups in these top positions, however, and especially Cardano. I'm really interested in seeing how this technology is going to be moving forward. I think that they have a very innovative approach, and if you really look at the roadmap that's set up for this technology, it's really a pretty exciting technology to be paying attention to. Of course, I was actually watching this video that's been by the Crypto Sphere. I'll actually be including a link to this video in the description below, and you guys should definitely go and subscribe to this channel as well, because I think that it's great to hear different people's opinions and so forth. So definitely make sure that you check this out. But it is interesting to see how these different news articles have been playing a role as we've seen Cardano's reputation evolving and coming to the point where it is today. And it's really interesting to see how this technology has progressed and moved forward in such a short amount of time. So overall, I'm definitely interested in seeing where cryptocurrency goes from where it is right now. I think Cardano is essentially positioning itself in a key strategic place when you take into consideration the paradigm shift that cryptocurrency embodies. And as we move forward, it's really going to be a question of mass adoption and a multitude of variables involving the greater aspects of society and the various different collaborations that are coming together across the board. And this involves the banks, this involves a whole level of society that really it's going to change cryptocurrency. It's going to make it a different space. So I mean, when I talk about all these different variables and how these different changes, you really have to understand what we have right now is really a blessing. I love the situation involving cryptocurrency right now. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm going to be sad to see it changed. However, I position myself in a way where, looking forward to the future, I'm definitely set to obviously go to the moon, strapped in and ready to go. But the longer that we see essentially the community taking its time, well, it just gives me an opportunity to really take advantage of these sales. This is also why I stress the importance of doing your own research and coming to your own conclusions regarding these technologies, because remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only, and essentially the whole purpose of me making this video is so that I can share my opinion. And this is why we, of course, share other YouTubers' perspectives, and I'd recommend that you guys go and follow Cardano on the Cardano Foundation Twitter, just because Twitter really is a great resource when it comes to gaining information regarding these technologies. And I'll actually be including a link to our Twitter down in the description below, so if you guys are interested in connecting with us, you can easily do so, and all the links will be provided. So it is interesting to see how things have been developing, and of course I'm not panicking. I know a lot of people are, but of course people tend to do that in this space. They lose interest. They're not necessarily excited about the future, but me personally, I'm very excited. of course, this video is just my opinion. But all that being said, make sure that you guys include your opinion down in the comments below. We'd love to read it. Always interested in hearing what the community has to say. But yeah, and when it comes to the market cap where it is at 251, it is really interesting from my perspective. And of course, my understanding of Cardano is fundamentally data-driven. I think a data-driven perspective is essential when it comes to crypto. But yeah, all that being said, just remember to do your own research, and I'm not your dad. Have a good one.